Forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened. It is not about pretending the pain didn't exist or acting like the betrayal never occurred. Forgiveness is about freedom. It's about choosing your peace over your past. Every single one of us has been hurt by words, by actions, by silence, by betrayal. And we carry that pain like invisible chains, tightly wrapped around our hearts. We think we're punishing the ones who wronged us by holding on to the anger, but in truth, we're only imprisoning ourselves. The power of forgiveness is not about them, it's about us. It is about breaking the emotional handcuffs that keep us tied to a story that no longer serves our future. There is nothing easy about letting go. In fact, forgiveness is one of the hardest things you'll ever do, because it means giving up the desire to be right. It means releasing the urge to get even. It means accepting that the past cannot be changed, and deciding, in your strength, not in your weakness, that you will not allow it to define who you are. That's where real power lives. Not in revenge, not in resentment, but in the ability to say, I'm done carrying this pain. I'm choosing peace now. Some people wait for an apology that may never come. They wait for the other person to show remorse, to feel the weight of their actions. But forgiveness isn't dependent on someone else's behavior. It's a choice you make alone. You can't control what others do, but you can control whether you allow their actions to shape your heart. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Meanwhile, you're the one getting sick, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You weren't born to carry bitterness. You were born to be free. Think about it. How many dreams have died in the shadow of old wounds? How many relationships have been poisoned because we never healed from the last one? How much of our potential is being suffocated by a grudge we refuse to let go of? Your future deserves better than to be held hostage by your past. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you are okay. And you were no longer willing to give pain power over your destiny. You see, when you forgive, something magical happens. You take back control of your own story. You shift from victim to survivor, from broken to builder. You stop living in reaction to what hurt you and start creating a life based on what empowers you. Forgiveness clears the fog of pain from your vision, allowing you to see possibilities again. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's not surrender, it's strategy. You forgive because your peace is too valuable to be traded for pain. Let's be real. People will hurt you. Sometimes intentionally. Sometimes without even knowing. But if you allow every wound to become a wall, you'll eventually live in isolation. And isolation kills joy. Forgiveness isn't about trust. Trust must be earned. Forgiveness is about you. It's about saying, I won't let your mistake become my burden. I won't let your betrayal decide my worth. You can forgive and still walk away. You can forgive and never look back. Because forgiveness is not reconciliation. It's release. Some wounds go deep, especially when they come from people we loved. The pain hits harder when it comes from family, friends, or those we once called home. But bro, sometimes the only way to heal is to let go. To look at the pain dead in the eye and say, you don't own me anymore. That's not giving up. That's growing up. That's evolution. That's emotional maturity. You stop waiting for closure and realize you are the closure. You are the decision. You are the freedom. We live in a world that glorifies vengeance, that applauds clapbacks, that celebrates holding grudges like trophies. But real strength is quiet. Real power is calm. Forgiveness is the quiet storm that turns the tides in your favor. It is the rebel act of saying, you tried to break me, but I still rise. And I rise without hate in my heart. Because when you forgive, you rise above. You evolve. You upgrade your soul. And don't forget this. Forgiving yourself is just as important. We carry shame from our own past mistakes, our own failures, and bad decisions. But you can't change who you were. You can only decide who you'll become. Self-forgiveness is giving yourself permission to start over. To look in the mirror and say, yes, I messed up, but I'm not that mistake anymore. Release the guilt. Learn the lesson. And move forward like someone who believes they still deserve greatness. So ask yourself, who are you still chained to? What memory, what mistake, what name still echoes in your mind and dims your light? And more importantly, is it worth holding on to? Because your life is too precious, your peace is too rare, and your future is too important to let your past call the shots. Let forgiveness be your revolution. Let go, not for them, but for you. Because peace is not found in proving a point. Peace is found in releasing the pain. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you truly free.